This is the third estate of my family in Montalcino. We arrived in Montalcino in 1350, more or less, and we built it in Poggio alle Mura, which now is Villa Banfi. Then we moved in 16th century to Argiano, and then we sold it because my family was quite short of money in that period, and we purchased it Fattoria de Barbi in 1790, and since then we are in Fattoria de Barbi.
So you keep on going through
But
Montalcino, creating fabulous estates and leaving them.
quite, quite.
Quite. For our friends out there who are not familiar, Montalcino, of course, is in Italy. It's in Tuscany. If you look at Tuscany, you'll see Florence and then Siena. Montalcino is a hill, basically, what is it, about 30 kilometers south of Siena?
40.
40 kilometers south of Siena. And the geology there is very interesting. I visited you maybe 10 days ago now, and we discussed a little bit the different hills that ring the region and how they influence the region, and that there's volcanic origin to a lot of the hills that ring the area and how they protect Brunello. Can we talk a little bit about how geologically Brunello is distinct and what makes it a special place to make wine?
Yes, it's a strange story. Italy didn't exist since a very recent time. It was like a series of isles, volcanic isles, and these isles in south of Tuscany bordered an area of deep sea, which then, when Italy emerged from the sea, became the clays, le crete. All around this big plate of clays, there are hills, and all these hills are the area of the best Italian wines. North we have Chianti Classico, then we have Chianti, Nobile di Montepulciano, Brunello, and Chianti Colli Senesi. All the top Tuscan wines surround the clays, the Crete, and we are shielded by the south winds by a big volcano, Monte Amiata. The amazing thing of this deep area of clays is that this area is totally without any tree, and it's very warm during the day. But like a desert, it becomes very cold during the night. So we have movement of air up and down any day. So we have very, even during summer, we have never so warm, a warm temperature. We have always a lot of movement, but we are shielded by the warm south winds by Monte Amiata. And due to the geology, the Montacino Hill was probably a volcanic island. And so we have stone on the top, and then in the middle we have sands, and in the lowest part we have the clays, which were the soil of the deep sea. And everything was mixed by the movement of the soil in the millennia. And so actually Montalcino is a mixture between a lot of stone on the top, then sands and clays, and all of them everywhere mixed. So we have a very interesting geology. In any vineyards, any single vineyard is partly ideal anywhere in a certain sense, because if you have a very wet weather like last year, you need obviously a soil which can drink the water, and the sands are ideal. While during the very dry years, the stones are perfect, but not in the middle times in which we have a mixture between sun and dryness. In these periods, the ideal soils are the clays, and we have a mixture of all of these everywhere. So, in any vineyard, we have a mixture of grapes which suffers in a certain year and which are good in another. And the blend is ideal for Sangiovese. That's the way in which we are able to produce a unique Sangiovese, because Sangiovese is a very difficult variety, almost terrible. It has a lot of diseases. It's complex. It can be if if at the end we have two rains, the skin is
Thin.
so thin that it can be easily destroyed by peronospora. So it's very complex. But in Montalcino, this grape find the ideal soil, the ideal microclimate, and so we are able to produce almost a year exceptional pure Sangiovese, which is truly hard in other areas. That's the reason for the success of Montalcino.